starting a quick clip series on this channel because I've realized that there's just so much information flying around in the news and everywhere about this to keep collecting and collaging these long-form videos and still be relevant. Our normal long-form Strange Normal videos will continue, but I need a different series on this channel to give you the most up-to-date information as quickly as possible. Here's also a call to action. Any information you guys find in the news about UFOs or UAPs or glowing orbs or just the strange normal stuff that happens in everyday life, send it to me via bradburnham@protonmail.com. This is really important. I want people to, I already have people emailing me from around the world with articles, videos, and all kinds of things pertaining to these strange events that make up the normal part of your life. The quicker I can get it in my inbox and out to you guys, the better. And with that, I want to discuss the first news clip we have today from Tucker Carlson. Check this out.
The House of Representatives just passed a defense bill, that will cost more than $770 billion. We told you about it previous nights this week. Some of it is hard to defend, but some of it is worthwhile, and some of it is interesting. So the bill includes a provision to create a permanent office under the Defense Secretary that will be tasked with investigating reports of UFOs. That office would, quote, carry out on a department-wide basis the mission currently performed by the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force. Interesting. It's unclear if the Senate will approve that provision. We'll be watching. Lou Elizondo led the Pentagon's secret UFO task force for years. He joins us tonight to assess. Lou, thanks so much for coming on. So what would this do if it becomes law, and do we need it?
Yeah, Tucker, this is really historic. Yes, first of all, we absolutely need it. It's a long time coming. Frankly, we should have had it decades ago, if you ask me. But it is historic, and it's historic for several reasons. In this obscure 5 pages that most people may not be aware of, it really says a lot. In fact, it first of all, it creates an environment where it disestablishes the UAP task force, which was a temporary capability to begin with, and solidifies a permanent capability. 2, it also forces the Secretary of Defense to report on an annual basis to Congress what we've learned about UAPs. 3, it also requires us to now work with our international friends and allies. That's a big deal, and if that wasn't a big deal enough, 2 other items that I found very interesting. Number 4 is that it, and you kind of broke this story a few years ago, it requires any recovered material associated with UAPs to finally be reported to Congress. And then last but not least, it also requires the government to report to Congress any adverse medical effects that have been encountered by our pilots who may have come up close and personal to these UAPs.
So that suggests there have been adverse medical effects, that American servicemen have been hurt by proximity to these objects?
Yeah, it actually suggests 2 things. It suggests that, what you just said, that pilots may have actually suffered medical consequences adversely, but also that there is recovered material, and that recovered material may be in the possession of the U.S. government.
So does anybody that you're aware of in the Pentagon sincerely believe that these objects are part of the Russian or Chinese military, or that they're foreign military aircraft?
I mean, honestly, if you were to ask them off the record, no. I think the consensus is that this isn't Russian or Chinese technology. Of course, you still have to keep that door open just a crack. And I think it helps have the conversation, helps socialize it initially to especially some folks who are just now actually hearing about this for the very first time. As crazy as it sounds, there are still people when you say, hey, have you heard about the UAP issue that we're encountering off the coast of California or over in the Middle East? They're saying, no, what are you talking about? So unfortunately, you still have to keep that part of the conversation open. But I think the general consensus is that we are dealing with something else.
Yeah, something else. I mean, why is this not the biggest story ever of our lifetimes? And of course it is.
How is this
so
not the biggest?
For all your efforts.
Are you kidding me?
Always my pleasure.
If my theory is correct, this will become the biggest story as Lou has sidelined his Christian superiors at the Pentagon. Unbeknownst to him, introduced a government agenda of openly talking to the servant once again. What's fascinating about this is that we can kind of read into what the requirements were and extrapolate what extra classified information was given to Congress that we were not able to see in the UAP disclosure report. Some of those include there have been pilots that have had adverse side effects due to the run-ins with these spiritual entities. There have been pieces of debris that have appeared, not of human creation, possibly of already in possession of the government. Now, I don't believe these are angelic craft that have crashed, but I think we have seen some strange events that have happened, and we are being deceived. Because why else would they ask for a report about recovery of health issues if there haven't been something in the past? Hey, it's like, please don't report on those glowing things. Not that we've seen anything like that or anything like that anymore. We haven't seen anything like that. Just tell us about it. Another interesting tidbit is that they're asking the workforce to do work with allies. In this, suggesting that allies are experiencing this same phenomenon too. This further reveals that this is a global issue with more than just America or any other superpower experiencing these phenomenons. But can we just talk about one thing for a moment? The fact that most of ufology say that these things are hiding, waiting for us to become better people. Are you kidding me? These things are trying to be seen. Regardless of what we are trying to become, they are choosing to reveal themselves because they've been here for millennia and have observed everyone since Adam. There is no hiding. A selective revealing perhaps, but no hiding. Not at this stage. For more information on this phenomenon, see the documentary called Starfall on this channel. It is truly eye-opening. Thank you so much, guys, for your support and your comments and your suggestions and emailing me all those articles that you've already sent me. Please continue to do this because without your help, I can't find everything. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you back here in a moment.